Good morning, everybody. How are you all holding up so far? I hope you're staying well and getting stronger. Today is day 12 of our challenge. We did miss yesterday. I got rained out, so I'm sorry. Stretching today. We're going to go through individual stretches, specific ones. I'm going to use various props. I've got a block, I've got a strap, I've got a fitness circle. I also will be using tennis balls and a foam roller. But as you go through these, you'll get the idea. And if you have a different prop at home that you can use in place of, then great. You don't need any prop for stretching, but sometimes it can help when we're already very tight. Important things first. How long do you hold a stretch? As you go into your stretches, I want you to be aware of how your muscles feel. Of course, they're going to feel tight because that's why we're stretching, but they're also tight because your muscles are contracting a little bit to kind of protect you. They don't really know what you're doing, so they're going to protect you to keep within a range of motion that your body has been used to. So you want to help those muscles relax, and your warm-up is the first step of that. Breathing is the second step. As you go into your stretch, you want to exhale. You're not going to hold your breath while you hold your stretch. You want to continue to just have a good relaxed breathing, but deep inhale, deep exhales. The exhales do help relax the muscle. If you go into a stretch too deeply, then you might feel the muscle contracting a little bit more. That's the stretch reflex going on again. You've got to back out. You do not want to go in too deeply. You'll feel the muscles settle a little bit when you're in your stretch, and that's when you're getting the best part of it. So just stay there and hold your stretch. 10 breaths, 20 breaths. It's really up to you how long you hold it, provided you don't go too deeply into that stretch. Just enjoy it and relax. My goal is for you to build some of these exercises, or these stretches rather, into your daily routine, always into your post-workout. You always want to stretch out. I'm going to get started with the specific stretches. Calf stretch. You know I'm a stickler of the specific stretch with your foot on a block and your hands on the wall or a surface. There is that kind of traditional calf stretch. It's good. It's just not as effective as this one. So I have a chair here. I'm going to put the ball of one foot, only stretch one at a time, on the block with your heel on the floor. Hands on the chair or on the wall or the counter, wherever you like. As long as you've got your hands down there, your body detects a 3-point touch, and you're going to help turn off those muscles so that they get a better stretch. Ball of the foot on the block, heel on the ground, hands on a surface. Stand up tall and straight, tuck the hips under a little bit, and then you'll start to feel that stretch. If you've been working this pretty regularly, you may need a little bit more, so just bring that other foot forward or push your hip forward. Let your toes relax. That's going to help ease off that calf muscle. And as I said, be aware of how it feels. After a few seconds, if you've been able to relax that leg enough, you'll either feel the quad or your gastroc, your calf muscle, just settle. And that's when you're getting the stretch. And nice, easy breathing. Remember, your exhales help relax the muscle. And then we'll go into the other foot. Doing 2 at a time is counterproductive, because then those muscles are not going to turn off. And a couple of good breaths. This one is a daily stretch. Make sure you have a block. You can put it under the vanity in the bathroom, in the kitchen, anywhere you're standing for a little bit. You can always get a stretch while you're doing that, while you're doing a chore or something. Okay, shoulder stretch. For your pecs, you've done a lot of arm work and you want to open everything up, I'm going to use a flexi band. One stretch that I really like is if you take your arm and go to a door frame. Put the arm in the door frame, elbow at about shoulder height, with the whole forearm along the frame, and then just push your body forward or roll your rib cage away, and that's going to give you a great pec stretch. How many door frames do we go through in a day? So you can do that one as often as you like. Again, never overdo it. It shouldn't ever hurt. For the same purpose though, I'm going to use a flexi band. I'm holding it right at the end. I don't want it too tight. I'm going to go up and over. You can tighten up your hold provided your shoulders don't go a little bit wonky. But there's a great pec stretch. You come all the way down and all the way up and over. Just make sure you don't hike those shoulders up as you do that. You want to keep the scapula down and just get a great stretch here. You can also use a flexi band to get a good tricep stretch. Hang it down your back. Grab it as tightly as you can, and then your bottom arm is going to pull down to pull that top arm into a stretch. Keep your abs in. You don't want your body going all crazy here. Again, just nice and easy. Then you can pull it up and stretch that bottom arm. Okay? Nice and easy. Remember, when you're using a flexi band, come out of it gently so that it doesn't twang you. So, I'm going to pull down. A couple of good breaths. And then pull it up. And a couple of good breaths. All right. So flexi band is a great way to stretch out the shoulders. Next, piriformis stretch. Our glutes get a lot of work in the day, so you will know this one from the studio, where you lay down, cross one ankle over the knee, and pull in your supporting leg. Great stretch right through your glutes. Sometimes this can be hard, so if you have a strap, you can hook it on your foot and help to draw that leg in so that you're getting the stretch here. So go where you need to go. Other side. Oh, a couple of good breaths. Alrighty. A hip opener. Butterfly is good for that. Feet on the mat. And just let your body fall forward. Your feet don't have to be together. Like I say, it's a very good hip opener and good for the lower back. Quad stretch. Lots of ways to stretch the quad. I'll do the standing first. If you have a knee issue going on, you already know that you want to choose a stretch where your knee is not at a deep angle. I'm going to hook my foot. And I'm going to hold onto something solid. And I'm just going to pull that foot up at the back. I can bring it close to my seat, but then again, if you've got a knee issue, that's a sharp angle, so you can keep that foot further away, and all you need to do is to push the hip forward, and you'll get a great quad stretch. If you can put that foot up on a surface. I've got a tree stump here. Then that's a great quad stretch as well. You can do this on the floor, laying on your side. Again, you can either hook your foot or you can grab the foot, whichever works for you, and pull it back. This is a great passive stretch. You want the knee to be at about hip height. You don't want it way up here. You're going to come out of that stretch. And again, a couple of good breaths. If you're able to hold your foot, that works too. Let's just do the other side. Hook or no hook. And relax the toes, a couple of good breaths. Fitness circle. Okay, so we're going to use this for hamstring stretch. Straightforward hamstring stretch would be just sitting up, hands on the mat, not on your body, because your body knows that and the muscles won't turn off. So if you put your hands on another surface and just stretch forward. All right, easily done by some, not so for everybody else. Fitness circle is perfect for this. You can either work one leg and pull your body forward. If you hook it under the ball of the foot, you can pull the toes towards your face. Get a little bit more of a calf stretch as well. One that I love is lying down on your back and up. It's a great passive stretch. You can still do heel to the ceiling to add the calf into that stretch. You can let the leg drop out to the side. Hold that for a couple of good breaths. Once your body rolls over, you've gone too far, so come on. You can take it across your midline. Good here for the hip. And you can also bend the leg and pull the knee down towards the armpit so that the knee is coming alongside your body, not far out to the side, but just towards the armpit. That's another great hip opener. So, ham. Again, don't go too far. Be aware of your muscles. Calf, heel up to the ceiling or the sky. Out to the side. Across the body line. And then knee into the armpit. You don't need a fitness circle for that. If you can grab your foot and just pull it down. All right, good stuff. All right, next I have a foam roller. So we're going to use that to roll out the quads. We'll roll out the calf. We'll do a little bit of a roll in the back. We'll lay down on it. So if you've got a foam roller, you can grab that. We'll also roll out the IT band. Rolling out your quads. When you're using the foam roller, just be aware of how much body weight you're putting down into it. You're going to use your hands to make sure it doesn't get too intense, because these can get quite intense. To roll out your quads, you'll get just around your knee, down in your forearm, on your hands, wherever you're comfortable, and roll. You're going to roll all the way up where you feel those sensitive spots. That's telling you you need to kind of stay there and roll that out. You also want to make sure you roll a little bit off to the side to get all of those quads. And again, that can be quite intense, so take it nice and easy. rolling out your IT band. You're going to be sitting sideways on your foam roller. Your bottom leg is the one you're stretching out. Your IT band is a fibrous band that starts up at the hip, goes down over your hip joint, down over the knee joint. It's the only one that goes over two joints, tucks in under here. But its job is stability of the hip and knee joint. It's fibrous, it's not like a muscle, so it can get very tight. And when it's really tight, it will change your whole gait because it's going to kind of pull the hips into a protected position. So rolling out the IT band is important. I'm just going to drag my body. I'm going to start up at the hip. I'm going to drag my body along as if I'm trying to go right down the side seam of my pants, if you will. I'm going to pull myself along till I'm down to about the knee. Again, you're looking for sensitive spots, and that means you need to kind of stay there and hold it and use your breathing to relax and let that stretch happen a little bit more. Okay, so you'll get the other side of that as well. Your back. I love rolling my back out on the foam roller. You get your QLs here. I'm going to lift my hips up and support my head and just roll my lower back along that roller. I'm also going to tilt off to the side and to the other side. You can roll all the way up your spine and get a good stretch all the way along. You can lay on the foam roller. If you've got a long one, sit on the end of it with your feet wide apart for balance and just roll your back down and let it open up your chest. Don't hold hand weights when you're doing this. You just don't want to pull anything there, so just let those arms relax behind your head. You can just protract and retract those arms to let the scapula wrap around your foam roller. All right, another good tool. Rolling your calf out with the foam roller. One last thing, I suppose. Foot in front. And I'm just going to roll along. Great calf stretch. Okay. You could use your foam roller to roll out your quads this way. It's effective. You'll feel it. I'm going to go on to tennis balls. Tennis balls are great for helping to release the muscles. These are kind of like harder balls, but okay, so many things you can do with these. If you're sitting down, you can put them under the hamstring. Just lay your leg down on and roll it out. You'll move it around several times as you just feel out your muscles there. All the way down. You'll do both legs. You can use it under your glute and get your piriformis. Just get it under there. Ooh, roll it out. I like the tennis balls for the back. And I work from way down here all the way up to just in between my shoulder blades. So with 2 tennis balls under your lower back, lie down and just roll around. You're only going to get a circumference of so much, so you'll move them around a lot. Again, just pay attention to how those muscles feel, and if you hit a sensitive spot, then you maybe need to stay and work there a little bit longer. So then when I get above the sacrum and more to the lumbar spine, I'll bring the balls a little bit closer so that they get the erector spinae right up alongside the spine. And I'm going to roll around. And I'll continue to move them all the way up my back. And if I feel a sensitive spot, I'm just going to stay there and use some good breathing. A little bit higher here. So I'm still under my scapula. I'm going to go a little bit higher. You can hold these a little bit longer. They do feel good. I'm going to go right up to my shoulder blades here. Oh, there we go. Right in between the shoulder blades. Do not go up to the neck though. You don't want to use them when you're cervical. You can also use a tennis ball to stand on it with one foot at a time, similar to the calf stretch with the block. But it's a little bit different, a little bit more for the fascia on the bottom of your feet. If you have plantar fasciitis, this is a great thing to do. Just roll those feet out or hold and stay. And let everything out there, under there, stretch out. Alrighty. So we've had a number of good stretches. We've got quads, glutes, hams, calf, shoulders, back, neck stretches. Just hang, but we're going to do that in the full standing series that we're going to go on to right now. So I'm going to pull the props away, make some room. All right, next we have an overall body workout. It's always nice to do this with a little bit of music. So if you got something you can put some music on with, then go ahead and do that. We're going to start at the top, work our way down, end up on the mat. All right. Neck. So drop the chin, lift the chin, but don't crunch the back of the neck. And just let it relax a little bit. And then we're going to go side to side. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Again, be really aware of how your muscles feel. Don't let your body form change to get deeper into a stretch, because you're not getting any deeper. You're just changing your body position. So just try to loosen that up in time. Then ear to shoulder and other side. And again. And then I'm going to do a half roll. Roll down and over to the other shoulder and back. We don't go behind. We don't want to crunch that circle. All right, shoulders. Pull them up, squeeze out the tension, pull them down. And up and squeeze and lengthen. And again, up and squeeze and lengthen. Pull the arm across the body. Gentle, don't pull too hard. And other side. And then a good side stretch. I dip my hips down a little bit. Big side stretch. Make sure you're supporting your hand on that leg. And other side. Get a good breath. Exhale, big side stretch. And return. Roll those shoulders out. We're going to get the back with cat-cow. Turning sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. So, this way and this way. Put under. And if you've been told not to, if you've been told to be careful about your lower back, you may just do this one and not the other one. And ribs and obliques. Can you get your ribs moving side to side? Keeping the rest of the body as still as you can. Then hips, we're going to stir the pot. just as big a putt as you can make here, and the other way. Alright, good stuff. Nice wide spread with the feet, hands on the floor or on a prop. And side lunge. Nice and easy. And other side. Nice and easy. And a hip drop. I'm bringing my feet a little bit closer for this one. Drop down into a squat. Can you hold your squat? Okay, we're going to turn to a side lunge. I'm going to use the other leg in front of those here. All right. If you have a knee issue going on, you might want to get a soft pad or something to put under that back knee. And first things first, just a little bit of a stretch. You can come up. You don't have a problem with balance, or you can hold something here for balance. You're getting a hip flexor stretch on the other side. Now here you're getting a good hamstring stretch. Come forward again. And this time bring the toes with you. Get a calf stretch. Move the front foot out to the side a little bit more, both hands on the inside, and lower your body into that space. Alrighty, let's do the other leg. One hand either side, or up on your knee, or holding a support, and hamstring, nose to knee. And again. And this time you're going to bring your toes with you. And then move that foot a little bit more out to the side so you can put both hands on the inside and lower yourself into that space. You can also have your hands up on a prop. Alrighty. So down on the mat in a straddle. Just as wide a straddle as you can go with the knees staying down. If you're here, that's fine. Just make sure the knees are down. Hands on the floor in front of you, or again on a prop. And stretch it out. Couple of good breaths. Pull in the belly button and roll the spine up. Turn to one leg. Again, hands on the mat, not on your leg. You want to turn those muscles off. And they won't if your hands are on your body. Nose to knee. Pull the belly button in and roll it up. Other side. And belly button in, roll it up. We're going back to the first leg. Side arm overhead. Just whatever you can go. And return, other side. Big stretch. All right. Pike stretch. Legs nice and long and together. Toes relaxed. Hands on the mat. And fall forward. Now let your body weight bring you forward, please. Roll it out. You can do the same thing with your ankles flexed and a flat back. You won't go as far. It will certainly deepen that stretch through the calf. From here, piriform a stretch, crossing the ankle over the knee and pulling it in. Again, you can hold all of these longer, so if you get doing this fairly regularly, you'll get to know them. And other side. There it is. And we'll finish with a side twist. So I'm going to lay it on my side. I'm pulling my knees up to hip height and tucking the hips under, keeping the bottom rib a little bit lifted, one arm on top of the other. You could use a little prop under your head, but don't make it too big a prop because you're going to roll open. Get a good breath and float the arm up, and then exhale, let the obliques go and rotate that torso. Try to stay tucked under. You can also hold the knee with your hand. When you come back, you're using your abs to pull you back and then return the arm. So let's do that one more time. Inhale up, exhale, open out. Again, hold that knee if you need to. Certainly does increase the stretch in the back. And then use those abs to pull you back and return the arm. I'm going to flip over the other side. Music is very nice when you're stretching. Certainly does help my muscles relax. Inhale up, exhale, and open out. Use the abs to return. Replace the arm. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, and open out. And use those abs to return. Alrighty. So, that is a great stretching routine. I hope you enjoyed that. Please keep this video close to heart and come back to it anytime you've worked a muscle group and you need to remember a couple of stretches. Other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.